Hi! In this video, I'm going to show you how to use ComfyUI, step by step. And by the end, you'll create your very first AI image with it. ComfyUI is a free and open source tool which can be used to create realistic photos of people who don't exist, breathtaking fantasy worlds, anime characters, professional product shots, full videos. It can even create music and sound right on your own computer. Whatever you can imagine, ComfyUI can create it. It might look scary at first, but trust me, it's much easier than it looks. Installing ComfyUI used to be complicated, but now there's an official desktop app that makes it as easy as installing any normal program. Head over to comfy.org and click Download. It's available for both Windows and Mac. I'm on Windows, so I'll grab that one. Once the installer has finished downloading, run it. It will guide you through a few simple setup prompts. Using the default options is recommended. Let the installer do its thing. This takes a few minutes, so I'll speed this up. It will also detect your graphics card automatically. And done! Launch ComfyUI, and you'll be greeted with this screen. That's the whole installation. When you first open ComfyUI, your screen might look different. At the top, we have the menu bar. That's where your workflow tabs live. At the top left, you'll see the ComfyUI icon. Click it, and a drop-down opens with everything file-related, including creating a new workflow, opening an existing workflow, exporting the current workflow, and other file operations. You can also switch between themes, such as dark and light mode. The Settings tab lets you customize the interface and configure various ComfyUI settings. The Extensions tab opens the Extension Manager, where you can enable, disable, install, or update ComfyUI extensions. You can have multiple workflows open at the same time. To open a new blank workflow, just click the plus icon. On the left, there's the sidebar. Let's go through each item one by one. Assets. Every image, video, or audio file you generate appears here in chronological order. You can scroll back through your previous generations. Nodes. This is the full node library. Every node that comes with ComfyUI, plus any custom nodes you've installed. A ComfyUI node is like a single step in a workflow, with each node performing one specific task. For example, a load image node opens an image. You can drag and drop nodes from here onto the canvas. Models. ComfyUI displays all your available models here. Models are the brains behind generating images, videos, and audio. Workflows. All your saved workflows are in one place. Just click any workflow to load it. This section might be empty for you, since you won't have any saved workflows yet. Apps. Apps are a feature that transforms complex, node-based workflows into simplified, clean user interfaces. Node map. This lists all the nodes in the current workflow. You can hide or show individual nodes from here. Templates. These are built-in, ready-made workflows for popular models. Perfect when you want a starting point instead of building from scratch. As a beginner, this panel is your best friend. Now, let's look at the canvas. The heart of ComfyUI. Everything you see here is a node, a box with a specific job. One node loads your model, another holds your prompt, and another generates the image. The lines connecting them are called links. They carry data from one node to the next, flowing from left to right. Now, let me show you the basic controls. To move around the canvas, click and drag on any empty space with the left mouse button. Alternatively, hold the spacebar and drag. To zoom in or out, scroll your mouse wheel. To add a node, double-click anywhere on an empty area of the canvas. A search box will appear. Type the name of the node you need, press Enter, and it's added to the canvas. This button right here is the most important one in ComfyUI. The Run button. Press it, and your workflow executes from start to finish. As it runs, you'll see each node light up while it's being processed. Next to it is a small drop-down menu with different run modes. Run once is the default mode and executes the workflow a single time. Instant runs the workflow continuously, while on change automatically reruns it whenever you make a change to the workflow. It's especially useful when you're fine-tuning a prompt. You can also queue up multiple runs, and they'll be processed one after another. Our last stop is the small toolbar in the bottom left corner. Here you'll find the console, which shows logs and error messages when something goes wrong, the Shortcuts panel, which lists every keyboard shortcut, and the Settings menu. There are two settings worth knowing right away. Under Comfy, Locale, you can change the interface language. Under Appearance, you can switch between dark and light themes. Now for the fun part. Let's generate our very first AI image. But before we do that, we need one essential ingredient: a checkpoint. A checkpoint is a file that contains a trained AI model. Think of it as the AI's knowledge stored in a file. Without a checkpoint, ComfyUI has nothing to generate images with. If you don't have one yet, download v1-5 prune-ema only FFP16 using the link in the description. It's a general-purpose text-to-image model that can generate a wide variety of images from text prompts. It is very lightweight and runs on most modern GPUs. Once the download is complete, copy the file into your ComfyUI Models Checkpoints folder. Then head back to ComfyUI and press R on your keyboard. This refreshes the model list instantly, so there's no need to restart ComfyUI. Now, everything is ready. Let's generate our very first AI image. Next, click the plus icon at the top to create a fresh, empty workflow. Double-click anywhere on the canvas, type Load Checkpoint, and press Enter. There's our first node. This node loads the AI model itself. Click the drop-down and select the model we just installed. Notice the node has three colored outputs on the right: Model, Clip, and VAE. Each color represents a different data type, and colors can only connect to matching colors. Keep that in mind. It makes wiring almost foolproof. Next, double-click again and add a Clip text encode node. This is where your prompt goes. We'll need two of them, one for the positive prompt, what we want, and one for the negative prompt, what we want to avoid. Add a second Clip text encode node and place it just below the first. Now for our first connection, drag from the yellow Clip output on Load Checkpoint to the Clip input on the first prompt node. See how the link snaps into place? Do the same for the second prompt node. In the top node, type our positive prompt: a cat sitting on a wooden table, soft morning light, photograph. In the bottom node, the negative prompt, type something like blurry, low quality. Next, add an empty latent image node. Think of this as the blank canvas the AI will paint on. It sets the image size. We'll leave it at 512 by 512 pixels with a batch size of 1. Now for the heart of the workflow, the KSampler. This is the engine that turns noise into a picture. Look at its inputs. It needs 4 things, and we already have all of them. The purple model output from Load Checkpoint, the orange positive conditioning output from our top prompt node, the orange negative conditioning output from the bottom prompt node, the latent image output from the empty latent image node. 4 inputs, 4 connections. There are 2 settings worth noticing. Steps: the number of refinement passes the model makes, with 20 being a great starting point, and seed, the random number that makes each generation unique. We'll take a much closer look at these settings in the next videos. Here's a pro tip. Instead of double-clicking, drag from the KSampler's latent output and release it onto an empty area of the canvas. ComfyUI automatically shows you only the nodes that can connect to that output. Select VAE decode. This node converts the AI's internal latent representation into a normal viewable image. It also needs the VAE, so drag the red connection from Load Checkpoint to the VAE decode node. For the last node, drag from VAE decode's image output and use the same drag and release trick to add Save Image. That's it. We've built the classic text-to-image workflow completely from scratch. Next, click Run. Watch the workflow light up as each node executes in the exact order we connected it. First, the model loads. Then the prompts are encoded. Next, the KSampler does the heavy lifting. You can even watch its progress bar as it works. And there it is, our cat, generated by a workflow we built completely from scratch. That's it for this tutorial. If you followed along, you should now have a working ComfyUI workflow. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.